Shalom. First of all, I'd like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to teachers, elders, and apostles, great millstone, likewise, brothers putting out the truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep and deep brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom. Today's lesson's titled, Their Eyes Are Upon Us. And we have told you, Jakes, over and over and over, especially you Northern Kingdom tribes, okay, that this was going to come. Now, we're going into a short video clip here with Donald J. Trump, and he's going to talk about this plan, this act, because you got to remember, this man, okay, he's a crowd pleaser. He knows exactly what the racist population of America wants to hear. First of all, they're looking for a change, okay, and that change they think that change need to come, okay, with being aggressive and hard. And right now they're pushing it on immigration, in other words, which is a code word, okay, for the Hebrew Israelites, okay, the Northern Kingdom tribes especially, okay, and some of the Southern Kingdom tribes, mainly the Haitians, okay, which these people believe is somehow getting some of the resources that they deserve, because see, they don't feel like they're getting the American dream anymore, okay? So let's take a look at this video.
To expedite removal of the Tren Aragua and other savage gangs, I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. Can you imagine? Those were the old days when they had tough politicians. I have to go back that long. Think of that, 1798. Oh, it's a powerful act. You couldn't pass something like that today. Today we're politically correct. Today people kill and they end up getting out on bail in 2 minutes. No, this is a little different act. The Aliens Enemy Act, 1798, to target and dismantle every migrant criminal network operating on American soil. 100%. And in honor of the great people of Aurora, Colorado, we will call this Operation Aurora, because they were the first to suffer with this group of thugs. And if they come back into our country after removal, it's an automatic 10 years in jail with no possibility of parole. No possibility. Not that we want to do it. But by the way, not that we want to do it. We all have big hearts, but you know, it's not sustainable. We're not going to have a country. It's not sustainable. You see what's going on with the cities again. New York has a $3 billion bill. I always heard New York is low on funds. A $3 billion bill, and the federal government's not going to pick it up. And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or a law enforcement officer. Thank you. They kill an American citizen or a law enforcement officer.
And as you saw in that video, there it is, okay? There it is right there, okay? What we have been warning you about. This is Jacob's Trouble. A lot of brothers have been putting up videos, okay, in regards to this. Some have gone very in-depth. I'm not going to make this in-depth today because I brought up many videos, okay, live, in person, during camp, and other individual videos, okay, warning you Jakes about this, because a lot of you're real proud and stubborn, but hey, you're about to get it, okay? This is Isaiah 32:7. It says, the instruments also of the churl are evil. He devised wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak it right. We are Yasharala, okay? Prince of the power. We are the true biblical Hebrew Israelite, also called blacks, Native Americans, and Latino. And over a course of decades, and especially the last 5 years, they've managed, okay, to build an image of the so-called black man and the so-called Latino man as nothing more than drug dealers, thugs, gangsters, rapists, okay, thieves, okay, and also, okay, and that's why you see they have these videos where they pay these teenagers to go in these stores and do that grab and go, and they have it on footage, okay? And, you know, they tell them, oh, don't worry about it, don't worry, you're not going to get in trouble. You're right, not there and then, but see, this is all part of that case, okay, that you have to create so that when they go and they start purging us, they can say, see, we show you what these people are, okay? We show you these people. They exaggerate everything that Jake does. And I brought in that video, okay, concerning Kamala Harris as a person who brags about the fact that she was a prosecutor. What did she do when she was a prosecutor? She put Jakes in prison by the tens of thousands for minor things, like having a joint. 20 years for a joint? Seriously? But then these crackers can go and do whatever the hell they want to doggone do, create mass murder and genocide, and get to walk scot-free. But this is what happens. So you have Trump that's talking about the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 as a tool for mass deportation, okay? Which this isn't a tool for mass deportation. We've brought up many times that all across this country that they have built these FEMA camps, okay? In fact, I'm going to show you something here, okay? And what is this? This is from 2018 to show you that this has been for a while. U.S. military ordered to host massive immigrant concentration camp. This is real, okay? This is real, okay? So you have this is called Courage to Resist, and they're showing you where the location of these are, okay? You have Tonino Port of Entry, Texas, Goodfellow Air Force Base in Texas, Fort Bliss, Texas. Yes, Fort Bliss. That's in El Paso, Texas, okay? There is these concentration camps, okay? They're building these all across the country, and this is an additional to FEMA. You have private entities that are actually managing these, so that means that there's money. That means that they're trading, okay, in the stock market. This is huge. Think about it. These concentration camps, okay, which is going to be providing food, medical services, all that stuff, and this rehabilitation of the mind. Okay, it's going to be just like the prison system that you see right now today, in which they have filled them with Hebrew Israelites, so-called blacks and so-called Latinos, to do menial manual labor, okay, under very austere condition. But this is what you see going on right now, because this is the ace in the hole that this man has. He knows he brings nothing to the table except the fact that he needs to appease his wicked followers, which are these doggone the children of the wicked. Okay, these Edomites, look at them, they're cheering. Okay, this is the book of Psalms 10 and Psalm verse 7. It says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking place of the villages. In his secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privy set against the poor. We are the poor, okay? And we're not talking the poor in the sense of you have no money to pay your bills or buy food or anything like that. It's in the sense of the fact that we've been taken from our godly position, our kingly positions, okay, as a children of Israel, and brought down to the lowest state here in this dungeon, in this pit, which is Great Babylon, America, known as the Valley of the Shadow of Death. This place is death, man. And what you see up there speaking is death. Trump is death. Okay, along with this act, okay, this is going to also impede on the ability to speak freely. Okay, so that amendment is going to be going out the window. Okay, now, while it seemed to these ignorant people that are sitting behind him cheering that this is against, those people, us Hebrew Israelites, these people sitting behind have no clue. This is also going to fall on you. Continuing, it says, he lied in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lied in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draw him into his net. These Edomites, okay, these Edomite devils are very patient. That's the one thing you can say about Edomites. They are patient when it comes to them executing their evil, okay, or they'll smile in your face constantly and stab you in the back a little bit later, okay, or tell you to run that direction where you would run into a sword that will impale you. These people are very, 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 very patient. So they prowl, they set up snares. One way or the other, they are going to get you to bow down to them or fall into their trap. Let's go into the book of Jeremiah 30 and start verse 6. Because, you see, cockiness is something that you have, when all life is going good for you. You get people praising you. You think you get boys to back you up. You get families to back you up and all that stuff like that. This is not going to be the case. See, Jacob's trouble is also going to be the world's trouble too. Because this is not going to go exactly the way he's telling these people. There's going to be a lot of resistance. We can go into the book of 2nd Ezra, okay, chapter 15 and 16, and tell you about the things, how this is going to plan out, okay? Because do they have a system set up to identify who is who's really a citizen who's not a citizen? What about, second or third generation, Jakes? Okay, is this going to be only for people identified as Latinos and Hispanic, or so-called Haitians, or is this going to be also for the Chinese, okay, or the Asian people, or the Middle Eastern people, or or the Africans that are coming across the border too? Okay, how is this going to work? One thing that kind of caught my eye here in this article was, it says the plan is illegal, but courts may refuse to strike it down based on the political questions doctrine. Okay, so the court system is not fair. Okay, so Jeremiah 30, verse 6 says, "Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail a child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness." This is going to be a hard time. Imagine you're a citizen, Jake, whether you're Latino or black man, and you being misidentified. Okay, someone's illegal. Could they, could your driver's license come on a readout, an improper data, or they scan your driver's license and say, "Oh, you're a terrorist," or you're not an American citizen. Oh, do you have to carry a passport around with you to show that? Okay, you're gonna have people who are going to be misidentified. Keep in mind, they're not looking to go do due diligence and say, hey, let's have the ability to be able to verify right there and there on the spot, because as one brother alluded to, this is going to probably lead more into the MOTB, where they're going to have to microchip you in order to make sure that you are who you are. But in order to convince people that they would need to get that, you need to create the condition for that. So paper documentation is not going to work. You're not going to carry that stuff around, okay? And even if you do, they can say, well, it's forgery. It's forgery. It's not real, okay? It's forgery. I had an incident happen about 15 years ago, but I'm not going to share it, okay? Anyways, so this is where you're going to go right here. It says, "Alas, what I did is so great that none is like it, even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved." Oh, that's only the 1/3. So you've got, what a man going to do when someone kicked down the door and said, well, we don't have any verification of this. So you could be hauled off in these vans, taken to these internment camps that are all over the place, never to be seen, while you get a number or a case number to go sit down and present yourself. How the hell are you going to do that? So now you need to make a phone call, get a lawyer. How is this really going to work? Or they just going to, because they're not just grabbing people and just taking them and just say, okay, here you go, throw you across the border. You from Mexico, you speak Spanish, oh, you don't speak English, throw you across the border, and hey, you're on your own like that. No. See, the so-called white man is looking to do a whole lot of devious things, from harvesting your organs to, putting you to death, all kinds of stuff. So this can go in a direction that, this is what Jeremiah is talking about. Jeremiah 30 and 6 talking about. Men are going to be terrified like women. So imagine the women, okay? Because this is how horrible this is about to go. Okay, this is Isaiah 19 and verse 1. Because the Lord is actually executing this burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord Yahweh shall ride upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. So again, like I said earlier, these Egyptians, these so-called white people who think that this man is going to somehow make their life better, this is about to turn into a horror show for them also too. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Which you see, this is going on the scale right now with World War III brewing up. But we're looking at it from a domestic point of view in these cities, okay? Because you can have, these businesses, a lot of them will operate with Jakes, with minority. In fact, a lot of people that work and run America are actually what you would call immigrants, okay? Even the so-called white people are immigrants to here, okay? If they, if you don't look at the fact that they're the ones who are the slave traders and the murderers of the earth, okay, they're immigrants, the Irish, over New York and those places, and Italians, So what happens when you grab a lot of these immigrants that you call illegal, misidentification, well, we're going to hold you here for 30 days until you can prove, or 90 days until you can prove yourself. Well, you can have a lot of people missing from works, which is going to cause a collapse. You can see the domino effect of this. I mean, I could spend hours here going on and on because you could do a cause and effect analysis of this and see just how horrible this is going to go. But for the sake of wickedness to prevail here in Great Babylon, America, this is going to go through, and this is the Lord's doing. Keep that in mind, okay? The Lord delivers. The Lord does good and evil, and this is part of breaking down Great Babylon, America, and punishing the evil people here. And it says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fall in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hands of a cruel Lord, aka Donald J. Trump, or it could be Kamala Harris. We believe that it's going to be Donald J. Trump because he is Nero Caesar, okay, in the reincarnation, okay. And a fierce king shall rule over them. King, it didn't say queen. Okay, said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shai. So, okay, you people looking for this, you cheering, oh yeah, this is going to be good. This is not going to solve your problem. You didn't look at the small print. You're not going to be able to speak the way you want to just speak like that. So a lot of you Edomites are going to be falling to this, okay? You're all going to be falling to this. See, the Lord, see, you, whatever you do, the Lord is going to bring it on you. Proverbs 26, start of verse 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. This is a pit. You Edomites have constantly dug pits for us. It's about to roll on your ass now. The final blow to you. Okay? See, because you sat back, you watch how we have been always under unfair, oppression, unfair practices against us. All these laws have been created because they're looking for constant way. Again, remember I brought out in the book of Psalms, okay, that this man's mouth is full of cursing, and he lays in wait to catch the innocent. That's how he does it with his laws, man. So that's the reason why you have so much of these laws. These laws were created in order to trap the Hebrew Israelites. But in turn, guess what? Since it's a law, you Hebrew Edomites, yes, you are Hebrews, okay, but you're not Israelites, you're Edomites, okay, are going to be caught up in it, okay? A lying tongue hated those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin. In one case, you'd say you need the immigrants. In the other, you're saying that the immigrants are the ones that's causing all the problems. What is it? And you Edomites, you're sitting down cheering for this. You haven't stood up for righteousness because you're not righteous. And you're going to be that one that stone is going to roll on to because your fierce king that the Lord said he's promised to give you, to rule over you, that's him. That's him. So, Lord willing, the elect was edified. There's a whole lot more to this we're going to go into, but for the sake of time, I'm going to end it here. But you know the kingdom tribes, okay, take heed to this, because in reality, when you think of illegal immigrants, the first thing comes to mind is Hispanics and Latinos, or so-called Mexicans, which they categorize everybody that speaks shitty Spanish as Mexicans, which is the Northern Kingdom tribes. I'd like to close with giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Shema Kakadash, Shalom.